Good afternoon, everyone. On 1st of March 2020, many food scientists, few of us like food scientists, technologists, industrialists, and regulatory bearers, together envisioned the need of uplifting MSME sector. We formed the chamber with a vision to uplift them. I welcome you all on our first Foundation Day and a celebration of International Women's Day, where from few to many we have grown demographically and geographically. Thank you all, and we welcome you to have a wonderful afternoon session with us. Please welcome all. I request all the dignitaries on the platform to please join us for the lighting of the lamp for the event.
कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः.
I would now like to welcome Mr. Nilesh Lele, who is the first entrepreneur, founder, and managing director of Exilion Food Bio Advisory Private Limited, proprietor of Exilion Basket that manufactures carbonated beverages, and Fruitine Beverages that manufactures exotic fruit wines, co-founder of Ramp Up Advisory LLP that provides investment banking. Mr. Nilesh Lele has a vast association with many professional organizations, like past president of AFSTI Mumbai chapter, convener of Maharashtra State NetProfen initiative by FSSI, secretary board governor of UDCT Alumni Association. He is also a mentor for food, beverage, and agriculture in Startup India, and mentorship on and providing mentorship for 8 incubation center and many more universities and colleges. Mr. Nilesh Lele is on board of studies for many universities and colleges and is the president of this wonderful chamber for the advancement of small and medium businesses. I welcome you, sir, to please introduce our chamber to all.
Thank you, Ms. Arpita. First and foremost, I would like to welcome our chief guest, Shri Pawan Kumar Agarwal ji, former CEO of FSSAI. Also would like to welcome our 3 guest speakers here today. Ms. Manisha Dhatrak Madam, the founder of Varun Agro. Ms. Jayanti Kathare Madam, I'm sure we have seen her on TV frequently, and the founder of Purna Brahma chain of restaurants. And a very young dynamic entrepreneur, Dr. Sharmili Mane, who's the founder of Pure Me Organics. Also would like to welcome all our advisory board members. Dr. Prabodh Halde will be joining us shortly. Dr. Kondekar, KD Kamble sir. Also would like to welcome all our women's cell members who are, I guess, here in full strength. Ms. Arpita Doshi, the convener of Women's Cell, Dr. Asha Dave, Rupa Kanvinde Madam, as well as Trupti Bhatt, Diksha, Shalini. And welcome one and all to this fantastic event that the Women's Cell has planned today. And I feel very proud that in last 1 year, we have been able to achieve a lot of things, which I will, of course, run through in my presentation over next 10 minutes. But I feel very proud and satisfied that in a very short period of time, our achievements have been acknowledged, and many institutes, including many ministries, have reached out to us to run a lot of programs for them, manage a lot of programs for them. And especially in the food industry, our chamber, the Women's Cell, and many other members of our chamber, core team members, have done extremely well, contributed a lot of time, effort, for which I would like to acknowledge them and thank them personally, because it's a group effort. It's not a one-man show. And whatever achievements I'm going to talk over next 7.5 minutes are basically because of the strong team that we have here at the chamber. So like Arpita madam mentioned, we are basically celebrating our first foundation day. So officially we launched last year on 1st March. And all details about our chamber are available on our website at casmb.org.in, and very much active on all the social media handles at in Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. We also have our YouTube channel where some of you might be watching us. And there are 80 plus different training programs, different knowledge sharing sessions that if you have missed in the past 1 year that we have organized, feel free to go on our YouTube channel and watch them as well. We are based out of Mumbai and have presence in more than Maharashtra, like Arpita madam is in Gujarat. We have presence in Goa. And as we speak, we plan to reach out and have presence across India. Like Arpita madam mentioned, the whole idea was late 2020, all of us were facing the wrath of COVID-19. And there were a lot of challenges faced, especially by the micro, small, medium enterprises. And that's why we came, a lot of like-minded people came together and founded this chamber with a single mission and vision to make SMEs more resilient and stronger backbone of Indian economy. And as you can see, we have used the word advancement. So we know MSMEs play a key role, and taking them to the next level is the most important aspect of the activities that chamber does. Next, please. So we listed out few objectives, and these are also growing as we speak. And we have started representing the MSMEs in various forums. We have also been invited by the MSME ministry. In fact, I'll talk about it later, when one of their initiatives our chamber is managing on 12th, 13th, and 14th of March in Nagpur. We have also trained a lot of farmers and making them think like an entrepreneur rather than just a pure farmer. On our platform, we have brought in a lot of various stakeholders, especially in the food industry, be it academic institutes, be it research institute. On our chamber's platform, we have showcased a lot of new technologies, be it in winemaking, be it in turmeric processing. NIFTEM, which is a premier institute in food technology, presented 34 technologies that are available with them and can be transferred to any entrepreneurs who are interested. On our website, you can go and find white papers and different schemes that are offered by Ministry of Medium, Small, Medium, Micro, Small, Medium Enterprises, as well as different state ministries that different subsidies or schemes that they offer. Through training and development, we are trying to build capacity. We are trying to build the next generation of human capital. We have recently launched a portal called Food Tech Pathshala, where more than 35 such courses have been designed for the next generation to be trained. We are part of many study tours. We have done 2 virtual tours of factory visits, and there's another one coming up on March 26th at Mota Chips in Mumbai, which if anybody is interested, they can go on Food Tech Pathshala and register there. We have so like I said, we are trying to bring all the stakeholders together. Our chamber is partnering with a big exhibition happening in the month of September called Annapurna in Mumbai, as well as food ingredients, health ingredients happening in the 3rd week of September in Bangalore. So our members can actually get benefit. We are trying to get them the 50% subsidy from the MSME ministry. So please come join with us and take advantage of all these initiatives that our chamber is doing and offering to its members. Next, please. We have a very strong advisory board, and like I mentioned, Dr. Prabodh will shortly be joining us and also share his vision and how the journey of our chamber has been for last 1 year. We are also blessed to be having such strong and well-known people as part of our advisory board. Next, please. We are also having a very strong core committee. Most of the women's cell members are here, but not just women's cell. We have many other initiatives, be it on the funding side, be it on the incubation side, be it on buyer seller meet. We conducted 2 buyer seller meets last year, in last 1 year. We are also interacting with the Israeli consulate or the embassy. We are also interacting with many other consulates and embassies across India, so that there could be synergies and a lot of benefit that our micro, small, and medium enterprises can take advantage of. Next, please. So these are some more core committee members, and you can see we are already spread all across Maharashtra. We also have good team members who are doing a lot of work in Goa, like Samir is there, in Northeast as well as South India, and Gujarat is what we have covered so far. Next, please. These are some of the initiatives that we have launched and done in last 1 year. Next, I'll walk you through some of the achievements of those initiatives. Like knowledge series, like I said, more than 80 such webinars are available on YouTube. If you have missed any of those, be it success stories, be it technologies available, be it finance related schemes like Ministry of Food Processing, or recently under the Women's Cell, we also had a webinar on Prime Minister's formalization of micro enterprises, the PMFME, and the One District, One Product ODOP scheme. Mr. Amol was here and he explained the scheme very beautifully. And we have 2,000 YouTube subscribers, more than 10,000 people have attended our live webinars, and we have more than 10,000 views on our YouTube channel. Startup Buddy program is another interesting program that we have, where a lot of startups, a lot of young even students need handholding or mentorship. So we have been offering this on free of cost to a lot of startups across India, especially in the food industry. Food Tech Pathshala is one of our recent initiatives, where we realized that there is a skill gap between students who are graduating and the industry that is looking for trained manpower. In fact, I'm very happy to share that there are a couple of large associations in food industry who are going to partner with us, and we'll be hosting a large job mela in probably second or the third week of April, with confirmed job openings from at least 100 plus job openings confirmations we have received from various food industries. So this job mela, please, if you're a student, please look out for more details of this job mela. And like I said, we have a technology transfer cell. Please reach out to us if you find any technology that you watch on any of our YouTube videos. If you're interested, we can directly connect you to those researchers or technology owners. Another very successful initiative that we have had, and Rupa Kanvinde madam is the key reason for that success, is our Purna Brahma magazine, which has had 3 issues so far. First one came out in August on Guru Purnima, on the occasion of Guru Purnima. Then we launched next one on World Food Day on October 16th, and the third one was launched during the Chitrai Bandhu virtual factory visit on Jan 28th. So we have had 3 special Purna Brahma issues that have been released, and I believe the 4th one is coming up, which I'll talk shortly, which is focusing on women entrepreneurship. So if anybody wants to contribute to this magazine, Purna Brahma magazine, please feel free to reach out to us. Next, please. Then we have also created a lot of forward linkages, because that's the key challenge that most of the micro, small, medium enterprises they face. They have a great product, but are not able to create forward linkages. So we have had a couple of buyer seller meets, and we're planning to have more during Annapurna as well as in the FIHI. So if you are interested, feel free to reach out to us. And like I said, we have been approached by various government agencies. And in fact, I'm very happy to share that on March 12th, the next Sunday, our chamber has been invited to sign an MOU with the Ayush Ministry. I guess that's a very big achievement for a small and a young chamber like ours. We have been organizing various study tours, various factory visits, and Women's Cell has been undertaking a lot of initiatives dedicated towards women entrepreneurs. In fact, they have had 2-3 such programs in recent past. PMFME was one of them. Then on food fortification was on one of them. We have planned a FOSTAC training, especially for women entrepreneurs, and the Purna Brahma magazine, which will also be dedicated for women entrepreneurs. So a lot of activities, and I'm also thankful to Arpita ma'am, Dr. Asha Dave, Trupti, Rupa ma'am, and others in the Women's Cell for doing a fantastic job. Next, please. A lot of work is to be done, and we invite all of you to also join us and give us inputs how we can do it. So we are running this entrepreneurship development program. So in fact, we presented our food tech Pathshala to the Ministry as well of food processing, where we have created one entrepreneurship development program on bread making, on bakery. We are making a similar course for jaggery processing as well as multi-fruit processing. We are collaborated with a lot of colleges and universities across India. We have also provided student internship trainings. Last year also we had more than 200 students who interned with us, and we plan to have a similar program this year. Next, please. Some small achievements that we have achieved in last 1 year. Like I said, 250 plus food startups are part of our ecosystem, and we are mentoring them through the Startup Buddy program. 15 startups have pitched their ideas, and two of them, I will be happy to share that two of them have actually got funded. And now with Shark Tank, I guess everybody knows it. Obviously, we have been doing it prior to Shark Tank being launched, and hopefully the Shark Tank craze will help us take this initiative of our angel network even further. And buyer seller meets, technology transfer. In fact, we are working with a group where we are training a lot of Kashmiri entrepreneurs to do value-added products of their produce of apple and plums and all the fruits, on vegetables and turmeric and even seafood. So we are very happy that a lot of our team members are taking up a lot of initiatives across India, and we are being acknowledged for the work that we have been doing. Next slide, please. This is our Women's Cell team, and today's event is basically being hosted by the Women's Cell. And again, I would like to put it on record that thank you, Ms. Arpita and her team, for doing a fantastic job as part of Women's Cell, and hope we can do even more and more programs like this and make a real impact on the ground. Thank you. Next slide, please. So what's upcoming? There's a Women's Day special FOSTAC training program, which is kept at a very, very subsidized price, and it's on 31st of March. If you need any more details, feel free to reach out to any of our team members. There's a special issue that of Purna Brahma, the 4th issue that is going to come out, which will be primarily on her foodpreneurship, means for women entrepreneurs. So if in April it will be launched. So if you're interested in any way to contribute with regards to technical write-ups or any success stories, please reach out to us. There are two new initiatives which I would like to announce and which will be launching today. One is the Chamber Angel Network. So we have been doing this for last 1 year, but today we'll be officially launching this Angel Network. And in fact, we have been invited in Nagpur on 14th. The event is 3 days, 12, 13, 14, which is being run for micro, small, medium enterprises under the aegis of Shri Nitinji Gadkari, who's the Khasdar from there. So it's a Khasdar Mela. And on 14th, we will be running a Shark Tank kind of a thing for startups, where already we have 5 sharks or 5 investors who have lined up, and we have received more than 100 pitches. And we are right now going through the process of screening them. And by 10th, they will be finalized. And 14th, they will have a chance to pitch to these 5 investors who we already have on board. The other initiative which we are launching today, and the details obviously will be shared to you, is the formalization of the Startup Buddy program and converting it into a more structured incubation center. So this will be a virtual incubation center to begin with. Maybe in a few years' time, we may go for a physical, but now COVID has broken this whole barrier of virtual and physical, and everybody is now accepting the virtualness of all activities like what we're doing even today. So I would also like to announce the launch of the Angel Network as well as the Incubation Center today, and more details will be shared with all of you in near future. Next, please. So the two programs that I spoke about, upcoming programs, initiatives of the women cell. One is the FOSTAC training, which is the requirement as under the FSSAI, where every food handler, food manufacturer, or a food license or a registration holder needs to have at least one FOSTAC trained supervisor for 25 food handlers. So we are offering this course at a very subsidized rate on 31st of March. And next. There are many other benefits. We have our monthly meets. We do a lot of initiatives. A lot of our members get subsidized rate at other events, like the exhibitions that are being hosted. Our members will be getting a subsidized rate. Our chamber office in BKC is also available for all our members. Next, please. The fees have been kept at a very nominal rate. I mean, hardly you go out and you have dinner, family of two of late, it costs you more than 2,000 rupees. So we have tried to keep it as low as that. And we encourage more and more people to come, because the strength of a chamber is from the members. So we encourage and we invite all of you, even students and farmers are welcome. And we have tried to keep it as low as 500. It's like 2 movie tickets, right? So probably I'm sure you will get more knowledge out of our chamber's events than watching a movie for 3 hours, right? So please come forward and you can become members. Next slide, please. And thank you very much. And if anybody needs any help, feel free to reach out to any of us on the chambers team. Thank you. And over to I think Arpita ma'am or Rupa ma'am.
Is Prabodh sir there?
No, I don't think Prabodh sir has joined us yet. I will give him a call. We can continue. We can ask him to speak whenever he's back.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
So, Arpita, you can take it forward.
Yeah, hi. So thank you so much, Nilesh sir, for giving such a vivid information about what our chamber does. And we look forward to keep on doing more better work and uplift all the fellow beings to make MSME sector the most trendiest sector. Thank you so much, sir. I would like to now invite Dr. Asha Dave ma'am to please give an introduction. Asha Dave ma'am is a convener for Gujarat chapter, and I request Asha ji to please give the introduction of our today's speaker, please.
Arpita,
Yes.
I would like to request you to say a few lines about International Women's Day.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. So basically, as sir said, that Women's Day, Women's Cell has been launched. So launching a cell was not a difficult task. But why do we celebrate a Women's Day? Is to bring the gender equality, which is always missing in our today's world. On 8th of March, every year, International Women's Day is celebrated to bring gender equality in order to give a betterment of the society. So I request, I hereby open and ask Dr. Asha Dave ma'am to please welcome the 3 fantastic women who have not just broken all the barriers to live their dreams, but have also given a betterment of the society by providing jobs, by providing skills and everything. So I request Asha ji to please welcome wonderful women entrepreneurs that we have today.
Can I interrupt for a second?
Yes, sir.
I think our chief guest has joined, Pawan Kumar Agarwal ji. So welcome, sir, and thank you very much for accepting our invite. And I looks like even Prabodh sir has also joined. So I guess we can go back on track with inviting Prabodh sir for his talk.
Shalini, you can move back the slide to Prabodh sir.
Yes.
Prabodh sir, welcome.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I'm actually at Raipur.
No, sir, no problem. Actually,
Yeah,
you joined at the right time. I just finished and you were next on. So, and Pawan sir has also
After
joined.
that, great.
Prabodh sir, you can speak, na? Because
Yeah. Pawan
okay,
sir,
so we'll just
namaskar.
introduce you and invite you.
Sorry, I'm traveling. I'm at Raipur.
Sure. Go ahead, Asha ma'am, I think, or whoever is introducing Dr. Prabodh.
Sir, I would request you to introduce him.
Okay. I take this opportunity to introduce our advisory board member of our chamber, Dr. Prabodh Halde. I'm sure everybody in the food fraternity is familiar with him, but I'll just read out few of his achievements and what he has been doing for last 20-25 years in the food industry. He has been a past associate by education as well as by profession. Currently, he is the head of regulatory in Marico, and sir has a lot of achievements. He's supporting more of various colleges across India. He's on the advisory board of SVT, SNDT, as well as MIT, as well as now what is called NIFTEM, Thanjavur. And he's also currently doing his second PhD. We all call him Dr. We need to call him Dr. Square Prabodh Halde shortly, but I know he's pursuing his second PhD in food science. So with this, Dr. Prabodh, thank you very much. You have found time in your travel on your tour at Raipur, and we welcome you to speak a few words and share what Chamber has done for last 1 year.
Thank you, Nilesh. And first, respected today's chief guest, our mentor, Shri Pawan sir. Thanks for accepting our invitation and sir and joining this today's 1 year celebration of our chamber 1 year celebration of the chamber, which we say that it is and all the dignitaries, those the office bearer of the chamber, advisor of the chamber, and fellow members. I really take Pawan sir. This idea came early morning, something at 7:30. The way Pawan sir also calls sometime to us at odd time and gives some fantastic ideas. So one such idea came, Pawan sir, that in India, just to give you some statistics, total employment generated by government is around 9%. Total employment generated by big player in India is around 16 to 20%. But total employment generated by small and medium businesses is around 35%. So this is very important that this particular sector, which is generating around or actually engaging around the working force of 40% is important to nurture, nourish, and take care of. But when we see the different chambers in India, none of the chamber priorities for the small and medium companies. What we have seen in most of the chambers, most of the association, the voice of the small and medium group is not being heard. Their problems are unique. Their issues are different. And the big companies, the big ticket companies, their problems are different. They have skilled people. In small and medium industries, a person who is an owner, he himself has to solve many issues. So with this thought, we have actually came out with, can we start in this space? So Nilesh, I called one day to Nilesh, and then Nilesh discussed along with Sanjeev and Umesh and then taken the input of Smita ma'am, and then Kondekar sir, and Uday sir, and then we discussed with all the other members and came out with this formation of the chamber. I'm so happy. In spite of the COVID time, the number of engagement program I was counting in 364 days, our engagement programs are more than 280. Literally every alternate day, some engagement is happening, direct or indirect. We have touch based more than 10 lakhs members in 1 year. The amount of work which we have done during the COVID for the startup, for the student is really amazing. And our newsletter, which we have started, is also been accepted by many scientific bodies and the colleges and universities. Virtual tour, I want to mention this activity of virtual tour. Pawan sir, this virtual tour concept is become one of the fantastic breakthrough innovation, and more than 1,500 students have actually engaged to see one of the facilities because of the COVID. And now we have done more than 4 such tours of food industry. Purna Brahma magazine, which actually I talked about, food Pathshala coming in to along with the chamber, I think that is also great strength of the chamber. And during this 1 year, we have done MOU with many institutions, and now we are also able to do some MOU, and we will await for that which government agencies which we are doing the MOU. And like Shark Tank, we love the Shark Tank seeing on the TV. And let me tell you, our chamber will be the first chamber introducing this Shark Tank, and none other than with Shri Nitin Gadkari ji on 14th of March at Nagpur. We are conducting that. And I'm so happy to our President Nilesh Lele, Umesh, and entire team, those who are working day and day night, along with their personal work, professional work. And the beauty of this chamber, Pawan sir, we are not competing with any. We are entering into the area where there is a vacuum. We are entering into the area where nobody is ready to work. So there is no competition for the chamber, and next 10 years, I think with this speed, we will really grow and we can bring some kind of value addition to the member. And with this, I really thanks to Nilesh, to Umesh, to entire team for continuing this great work. And you are leading this chamber from the front. The advisors like us are only at the back. We may give you some input from backside, but our best wishes and our all support is with you. And we are so proud that this chamber is growing. 1 year is not a big time, but in that 1 year, as I said, our engagement score is more than 280 man days. So every alternate day or every 1.5 day, we are actually active. With this, I say all the best and congratulations to all those who have joined as a member, and congratulations to the awardees who will be receiving the award by our hand of Shri Pawan Kumar Agrawal sir. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. And Pawan sir, I will be waiting for your actually speech, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Prabodh sir. Thank you for your support and kind words as always.
Arpita ma'am, you can take it forward.
Okay. Thank you so much, Prabodh sir. Thank you so much, Pawan Agrawal ji sir, for joining us and accepting our invitation. Thank you so much, Nilesh sir. So today we are also celebrating International Women's Day, which is just going to upcome on 8th of March. And we have been celebrating this International Women's Day to bring gender equality for the betterment of the society. I'm very proud to announce that we have got 3 amazing women entrepreneurs who have done amazing work in this industrial segment, and not just uplifted through providing jobs, but they have also become an Atmanirbhar Nari, based on which our Women's Cell motto and vision is to make Atmanirbhar Nari. I request Dr. Asha Dave ma'am to please welcome all the speakers as well.
Yeah, thank you, Rapita.
Great day, great seminar, great announcements by the President, Mr. Nilesh Lele, and great women whom I have got the opportunity to introduce. First, Manisha Dhatrak. Manisha ji is an electronic engineer and she was very much interested in starting her own unit. Today, she is running a big unit in the name of Varun Agro, which is supplier of tomato paste, tomato ketchup, and fruit pulp globally. The diverse range of fruit pulp that are offered includes highly concentrated mango, guava, and orange pulp. They have high-end machineries and skilled manpower, which helps in delivering superior quality fruit pulp. When she began with the dream of setting up a manufacturing unit, she started with the excess tomatoes that the farmer threw, and today Varun Agro has encouraged contract farming with 6,000 plus farmers. This journey itself was a huge achievement. So it's a great achievement for a lady entrepreneur. Second speaker will be another entrepreneur, lady entrepreneur in food processing industry, Jayanti Kathale, founder and MD at Manaswini Food Limited, or brand owner of Purna Brahma chain of hotels. 19 years experience in industry as an entrepreneur, Purna Brahma, largest serving Maharashtrian food with culture, authentic Maharashtrian food chain. In COVID, Purna Brahma has stood behind the frontliners and had provided almost 1 lakh free meals. That's a great achievement, ma'am. She is TEDx speaker, always seen on various news channels as Swayam speaker. Her current presence is seen in Kitchen Kalaka, shown in Marathi Zee TV. Third speaker will be Dr. Sharmili Mane. She is founder and CEO of Pure Me Organic Private Limited and also director at YD Mane Research Center for Agriculture and Rural Development. She has completed her Bachelor of Engineering in Biotechnology, Masters in Bioprocess Technology, and PhD in Chemical Engineering from Curtin University, Australia. She has been a part of many prestigious organizations like CASMB as mentor technical expert and even mentoring board member at Open Startup Accelerator, and even been recognized by various institutes like DY Patil and Kagal Education Society as advisor board member. Her research projects include topics related to glucose modulating protein in Curtin University, Australia, and process development for protein purification from Institute of ICT, Mumbai. She has been honored by multiple awards by institute like Australia Research Council, Curtin Commercial Innovation, Viji Scientific Award, and many more. She has also conducted various professional workshops, and her work has been published in international paper presentations. So we welcome all the three ladies who are experts who have done their basic graduation in some other field, but now doing excellent work in food processing field. So welcome you all. Over to organizer.
A warm welcome to Jayanti Kathale ma'am. I hand it over to you.
Is Manisha madam joined? Manisha Dhatrak madam? Because we don't see her.
Not yet.
Manisha ma'am, are you there? Okay, we can go with Jayanti madam.
Jai Hind, Namaskar everybody. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thanks. First of all, thanks a lot, Nilesh sir, for inviting on such a great day or for the great purpose. It is really an honor to be on this platform. I am connected with Nilesh sir from almost 4 or 5 years. The kind of energy what he brings on table is amazing, and you keep asking him 100 question about food industry, we'll keep answering you. So thank you for being there, like a mentor, like a speaker, everything. I'm able to see food industry has got a discipline because of this group of people, because of you all, and believe that yes, industry can grow in a disciplined way. This is not unorganized sector. So I completely believe in that statement. Um, to begin with, my journey started somewhere in 2000 year in Bangalore. So I have done my post graduation in computer science, and I was working with IT company for almost 17 years. I'm a hardcore non-vegetarian lady. So other than human, I think, tested everything in this world. And due to IT industry, we used to travel a lot along with my husband. Even I traveled a lot because of my projects. सब जगह पे एक ही प्रॉब्लम हुआ, खाना ही नहीं मिला ढंग का. तो ऐसा लगा कि वाई वी आर वर्किंग, साला जेब में डॉलर है लेकिन खाना बाय नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. और वो शायद आग सीट के नीचे लग गई थी. दूसरी आग लगी जब प्रणव वेंट टू पेरिस, एंड इज अ प्योर वेजिटेरियन गाय, पक्का घास फूस है. और वो बंदा जब वहां पे जाने के बाद 15 दिन तक उसको एक टिपिकल वेज मील नहीं मिला. So he wrote a first love letter to me, and the first line he said, "Dear Moni, I want to write a lot of things, but at this moment I'm very hungry. I need the same food what you prepare at home. मुझे वो दाल राइस खाना है, तू वरण भात खायचं है." Somewhere back of my mind, I have realized that IT industry is not my place. I have to get into a food industry and start my own restaurant business, which will serve pure vegetarian Maharashtrian cuisine, but it will get run under woman leadership. This industry was not considered very great for ladies, at least restaurant industry I'm talking about. कि नहीं, रेस्टोरेंट चलाना लेडीज के बस का बात नहीं है, बस कैफे चला लेते हैं, 2-4 साल चलाएंगे, 5वें साल में बंद कर देंगे. Here we are, 10 years of Purna Brahma, 39 centers across the globe, and more than 200 plus employees were working with us. During COVID, we have given an option to franchisee owners to either shut down or pause or restart after COVID. We are restarting our 12 centers out of 39. Remaining 6 centers which are running already, they are in Bangalore, Pune, and in North Carolina and in Australia. Trust me, the way people are coming and the trust what customer base is showing on us is nothing but a blessing on our head, saying that keep doing, keep working. That passion came because मेरे सीट के नीचे आग लग गई थी कि अब तो रेस्टोरेंट चालू ही करना है, और वो भी महाराष्ट्र. इस फील्ड में आज तक किसी ने हाथ नहीं डाला था. We have 185 menu items every day we are serving. We're about 21 thalis we serve every day. So how come that is possible in the restaurant industry? क्योंकि एक टिपिकल फॉर्मेट होता है, व्हाइट ग्रेवी, येलो ग्रेवी एंड ब्राउन ग्रेवी और रेड ग्रेवी. इसके बियॉन्ड जाके रेस्टोरेंट चल नहीं सकते हैं. ये अगर माना गया तो आई विल से no, that's a myth. We are running the largest Marathi restaurant with 185 menu items every day. Because of my IT background, we have converted our recipes into codes. So if you ask, or any chef when ask me, Vaini, wo masala bhat ka recipe, I will say 10024, and that will define him what exactly he has to do. This coding structure has helped us to reduce the pilferage in the menu. क्विक मेनू कहाँ से लाना है, बनाया हुआ मेनू कौन सा रखना है, ये सारा कैलकुलेशन 3 साल तक चला है. It took me 3 years to design this menu and run also. I have gone through whole Maharashtra to understand what is the need, why that particular food is being prepared in that particular area or location or city, and then realize there is not only environment, there is not only availability, there is an economy also which is helping them to decide. And slowly it has grown to the level where now millions of followers are there. We got the first heat on our website is of 20 million. And I was like, wow, this is like crazily crashing my server. I was the happy person that my server got crashing. And 70% employment ladies. लेडीज के साथ काम करना नहीं होता है, उनको सिखाएंगे कैसे, नॉन वेजिटेरियन एरियाज में वेजिटेरियन फूड चलेगा क्या, ये सारे मिथ हम लोगों ने ब्रेक करके नॉन मराठी रीजन्स में मराठी फूड बेचना स्टार्ट किया. People are there to try something new, something different, something beyond burger and pizza and pasta. Our own Indian food in our own authentic way. And so we follow basic rules over here. Customer को खाना खिलाने से पहले employee को खाना खिलाया जाता है. We have water therapy here. Every 1 hour there is a guy who will come with the water. You have to drink that water. जिससे हम हाइड्रेटेड रहते हैं और हमारा हीट बढ़ता नहीं है, ना सर का ना शरीर का. एंड तीसरा है म्यूजिक थेरेपी. मॉर्निंग में और इवनिंग में हम लोग म्यूजिक थेरेपी से यहाँ पे काम करने वाले लोगों का मन हल्का करते हैं, सो दैट ही विल बी एबल टू वर्क. वी डोंट हैव एनी रेस्ट्रिक्शंस अबाउट हैविंग फूड इन अ पर्टिकुलर फॉर्मेट. वी हैव आवर ओन ऑथेंटिक कल्चरल फॉर्मेट. हाथ से खाना खिलाते हैं, प्यार से खिलाते हैं, और यही हमारा सक्सेसफुल मंत्रा रहा है. सौजन्य के बाद ना महालक्ष्मी है, तो पहले सौजन्य लेके आएंगे टेबल पे, उसके बाद महालक्ष्मी अपने आप आएगी. फॉर मी मनी इज द साइड प्रोडक्ट ऑफ द बिजनेस, एंड द सॉल्यूशन व्हाट वी हैव गिवन ऑन द प्रॉब्लम दैट देयर शुड बी अ प्योर वेजिटेरियन फॉर्मेट्स. या पूर्ण ब्रह्म इज द आंसर. आई एम रियली थैंकफुल टू ऑल ऑफ देम हु आर giving us critics, feedbacks, and to everybody. My husband was one of the critics. He's a risk manager. तो हर बंदा बोलता है ना कि गलतियां निकालने के लिए, ये बोलता था गलती हुई तो भी तेरा, कुछ अच्छा हुआ तो भी तेरा. I will not be able to participate into any of your work. He asked me to become Swakruta from the day one. मैं नहीं आऊंगा गाड़ी चला के, तेरे को तेरा गाड़ी लेके जाना पड़ेगा. यहाँ से लेके बच्ची का प्लेट्स, जो मेरी बच्ची के बहुत लंबे बाल है तो वो कौन करेगा, यहाँ तक की छोटी छोटी चीजें हम लोगों ने एक्सेल में लिख के निकाली थी. एंड उसके बाद एक एक स्टेप आगे लेते गए, बिकॉज आई वॉज वर्किंग ऑलमोस्ट फॉर 17 years एज अ प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर. तो वो अपने आप में आता है ना, कुछ प्लानिंग करके काम करना. एग्जीक्यूशंस वैसे ही करते गए. आज भी बहुत सारे होटल मैनेजमेंट के स्टूडेंट्स इंटर्नशिप करने के लिए पूर्ण ब्रह्म में आते हैं, तो बोलते यार होटल मैनेजमेंट में ये सब क्यों नहीं सिखाया जा रहा है, वहां पे सिर्फ टिपिकल चीजें क्यों सिखाई जा रही है, क्यों हम लोग हमारा कल्चर लोगों को नहीं बता पा रहे हैं. मैंने कहा आपके लिए पूर्ण ब्रह्म है. सो आई स्पोक विथ नीलेश सर अबाउट इट, and we said that we would like to start one training centers of Purna Brahma, where we will train people in an authentic and Indian cultured way to serve the food with a glamour to it, definitely. So let's hope that it will work out sooner, and really thankful to all of you. It is everyday crazy time for us. Every day we are learning. My day starts at 3:30 in the morning, ends at around 12:30 in the night. But I'm still fresh, still happy, still working for my passion. बस इसको आगे बढ़ाना है. If across globe, if there can be 36,000 of MACD and more than 18,000 of Domino's, then why not 5,000 centers of Purna Brahma across the globe? And I am running my dream. अच्छा लगता है ड्रीम देखना, फिर उसके लिए पैसा नहीं लगता है ना. सो आई ड्रीम I plan that execution and we execute those dreams, and we keep that in mind that it has to run sustainably over the years. So this year is the 10th year of Purna Brahma. I am running it very happily, successfully, and very satisfactorily. So everything comes as a package for us, and we are thankful to the whole customer base, whole people who blessed us with a good thought. So here I put say that keep walking, never cry. ना बोलने का ऑप्शन लास्ट में है, तब तक ट्राई करो, कभी छोड़ना मत अपने पैशन को, किसी ने भी, क्योंकि शायद इसी से आगे बढ़ेंगे और यही आशावाद शायद अपने को आगे बढ़ाएगा. कोविड के वक्त बहुत रेस्टोरेंट्स बंद हुए. पूर्ण ब्रह्म वाज रनिंग. वी गेव 1.5 lakh meals free to the frontliner. शायद इसी ने हमें जिंदा रखा और आज भी काम कर रहे हैं. I think that's it. Not more than that I can say.
I think great. Jay, you've been such an inspiration. There are a couple of questions in the chat box, and if Pawan sir wants to talk, because I know Pawan sir, you had this one passion about being able to conserve our Indian recipes. I think there was one initiative called Parampara during when your tenure as CEO of FSSAI, where conserving a lot of these Indian recipes was what you wanted to. If you want to share that as well, Pawan sir, I think Jayanti madam is a classic.
I think what Jayanti madam shared with all of us is extremely inspiring. And what is most important is that, such enterprises are not built in a day. 17 years of hard work, consistently day after day working on it, and working on it relentlessly. Maybe there'll be some, sometimes you will not get it right, but eventually if you keep working on it, you will succeed. So hats off to you,
Yeah.
And Dr. Lele pointed out about in FSSCI, we were trying to do all kinds of things. I would call them extracurricular things. They are not exactly, the responsibility of the food authority. And I think Dr. Halde will remember, one afternoon, weekend, I was reading his article in, I think it was New Foods Spectrum or somewhere, where Dr. Halde had mentioned about traditional recipes. So, and then idea came that can we create a national repository of traditional food recipes, ethnic food recipes. And let me tell you, for 2 years we worked on it. And we were not as, I think, focused as you are, on one agenda. So,
but sir, आपने बहुत try किया था, sir. बहुत try किया था.
That's what I'm saying. We kept trying, and ultimately, finally, we did not really were able to put together anything very meaningful. We tried all kind of combinations, permutations. We got several institutions involved in it. And what came to my mind was that perhaps, creating a national repository of recipes is such a Herculean task. And with the World Wide Web and Google, which provides access to all of us with all kinds of recipes, that is something, it exists in some form or manner. So we did not pursue it any further. But anyway, that is a different story. Hats off to you, Jayanti, all the best. I'm sure you will go, beyond your 37 outlets in future, and now multiplied, by tens and hundreds in coming years and decades. All the best to you. Thank you.
Pawan sir, thanks a lot for such inspiring words. I must say that the research what we did for authentic Maharashtrian food is not from last 200 years. It is from last 8,000 years, right from Brihadaranya Upanishad to the next this last Gita written in Devanagari, that is Jnaneshwari. Till that era, the whole documentation has been placed for Purna Brahma.
Excellent.
So
Very
we
good.
know why Thalipit has to be made. Why Thalipit has got those 5 holes in it. So if you are aware of, there is a Thalipit named as a menu, which is made out of 5 different dals together. And we, if you know that, it's like a paratha, but not paratha as such. So Thalipit has got a historical background for it. And why exactly we put that 5 holes? What is the reason for that? What is the scientific reason for that? What is the dharmic reason for that? How we should eat, when we should eat, all those details with the recipe, we followed everything over here. Sir, Purna Brahma is running with the ISO standards with the Sanskrit name as Sola. People who are from Brahmin backgrounds, they know what do you mean by Sola. So हम लोग एक पतेला, दूध का पतेला हम लोग दूसरी चीज के लिए यूज नहीं कर सकते हैं, वो गैस धो के फास्टिंग का खाना बनाना पड़ता है. इस लेवल पे कमर्शियल प्लेटफॉर्म पे हम लोग ये सेंटर्स चला रहे हैं.
Excellent. Fascinating story.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sure. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Should we take Q&A now or at the end? Arpita ma'am? Jayanti ma'am, you'll be waiting na, for at least another half an hour?
Yeah, I am here.
Because I see you're in a restaurant, maybe. But all you have to say is in between 102,
Yeah,
00 or something like that. And
yeah. So I will say that yes, I'm in the restaurant. No worries.
So then we take Q&A later on only.
Thank you, Jayanti ma'am.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
I would request our next speaker, Sharmili Mani ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir. Can everyone hear me?
yes, we can.
Hello, sir. So, good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers for giving this opportunity and having me on this platform, and congratulate on the first. I would really like to congratulate on the first Foundation Day of CASMB. And really, as ma'am said, it's a great platform for food professionals like us, because like you also mentioned in your introductory presentation, like you're bringing everything together, and that's what foodpreneurs like us we need. So really you are doing great work, and keep doing that, sir. So to start with, I won't call it as my success story. I'll just share my journey, because I'm really new in this field. So right now I'm working as a director with Vaidimane Research Center for Agriculture and Rural Development, and also a CEO at Puremy Organics Private Limited. So how I came to this point, like to have a startup in food industry, coming from a chemical engineering background, is I'll just brief my journey. So it's like I'm from Kolhapur in Maharashtra, a rural town in Kolhapur, that is Kagal. So I completed my schooling from a government school. Like, even though I'm born in socially renowned family, my schooling is from government school. Then I did my engineering in biotechnology engineering, and then I got my admission into bioprocess, into UD for bioprocess technology, where I was working on how you can use secondary agriculture for value-added products, like process development for secondary agriculture products. And then while working on that field, like I got to connect with the farmers from few regions in Marathwada. I was working on cereal grains, few regions from Marathwada, and the same project was going on in Australia under Australian Research Council. So for the same thing, I got my PhD sponsored by Australian government for defining or designing a process for lupin seeds, protein purification from lupin seeds. So in Australia, my work was to connect with the farmers, like to have seeds from them. Lupin is their major rotation crop, and like how they can improvise their cultivation techniques, and how that cultivation technique changes will affect the product. So that was my role, and to design the process. So meanwhile, earlier my aim was like, okay, I will settle in Australia. But then when I was connecting with the farmers in India during my masters and farmers in Australia during my PhD, so I got to know that major difference. Like in Australia, when I was interacting with the farmer used to come with that literature review, the entire literature survey, and he used to ask me, okay, why this is that, why this is like this, and do you have any answers for this? But when I was interacting with the farmers from India, especially in Marathwada region, I got to know that even if agriculture is like ancient thing of India, why our farmers are not that, they do not come with that knowledge. So that was the thing which was bugging my mind when I was in Australia. And then when I used to come in vacations to India, to my rural town, I started interacting with the more farmers and families. And as I belong to Kolhapur, majority of the farmers, they are into sugarcane cultivation. So they were cultivating sugarcane in traditional way. They were making jaggery in traditional way. And even though jaggery has a huge market, it's a very unorganized sector. So I started thinking like how I can bring this jaggery into organized sector. How can I standardize their process? How can I bring this unhygienic jaggery into hygienic jaggery concept? So for that reason, I started working with the farmers. And then after completing PhD, I decided, okay, I want to come back to India. So as like every parent, they say like, you have completed your studies in Australia, so stay in Australia. So even my parents were like, why you are coming to India? So in earlier days, like when I was coming back, they opposed me. But my thing was, no, I want to do this for farmers in Kolhapur, and I want to have my own research center where I can give some information to the farmers. So with that reason, I started this Vaidimane Research Center for Agriculture and Rural Development. I started connecting with the farmers from in and around regions of Kolhapur. So right now I'm connected with 30 to 35 farmers who are into sugarcane cultivation, and I'm connecting more with the farmers from outside Kolhapur region as well. So while working with these farmers, I have standardized their processes. Like I daily visit Guragar and I standardize their process. I take their material, I taste that material, and again do some changes. And they have also agreed to try on or to experiment in their units, whatever I say. So it's like I was working with them, and then I realized even when they are producing jaggery with the processes which we are giving, we have come up with the standardized jaggery parameters set by authorized bodies. And then the main question was, now when I have the standardized process for jaggery, what to do with that jaggery? So with that concept, we all decided, I mean, the farmers were working with me, and we have decided to go for a startup which will go into value added products from jaggery. So me and my mother, this Pure Me Organics was founded by me and my mother, and all these farmers, we are in a process of farmer producer organization. And I can say this farmers, I mean, in this farmer producer organization, we are involving the female partners of the farmers, their wives, so as to train them, so as to achieve our aims in the women empowerment sector, because that is one of the major aspect of our Vaidimane Research Center, to involve more women in agriculture, so that more women can participate in agriculture. So with this thing, now we have started our journey in food sector. So that is how my journey from chemical engineering to food sector, where we have standardized the process of jaggery, and we have come up with the raw material which has less moisture and crystalline jaggery powder. And then we are doing value addition of that jaggery powder along with the farmers. Like we are co-producing the products with the farmers, and then we are taking it ahead to the market. So like my challenge, I can say, like I belong to a socially renowned family. So my challenge was to create your own identity in this my native place as well as in Kolhapur region. So that's what I'm still struggling, sir, because it's like I have just started, so I'm still a struggling entrepreneur, and I wish to connect with more number of farmers so that I can transform whatever standardized technology we have developed to more number of farmers, and then I can get the raw material and place that into the market. So this is how my journey till today is, and my aim is on this Women's Day, the upcoming Women's Day, I would like to just mention one thing, sir. Like we should not do our responsibilities based on gender. I mean, if I am a woman, I am capable of doing this thing. If you are a man, you are capable of doing this thing. No, it should be totally based on your potential. For example, if I am a woman and I'm going for some meeting, it shouldn't be like I should return back to home before it's 9 o'clock or before it's 10 o'clock. I'm going there for a meeting as a owner of my company. So in that case, you will forget all the boundaries which are set as you are a woman. So whenever you are going into your whatever you're doing, whether you are a student, whether you're a researcher, whether you are employed to some company, whether you are an owner of your company, you should remove from your mind that you are a woman or you are a man. You should just do that work as an individual. So you should forget that gender based things, and you should just work as you are individual, so that you will achieve whatever your true potential is. So that's what I want to just say on this Women's Day, sir. Thank you, sir.
Wow, Ms. Mane Sharmili, you have said a nice story, and I really liked your thought that you went to Australia where you could have earned a good amount and made your living, and you came back because you saw that gap. It's truly amazing, and I really respect that. We have few questions about what all products are, but I think we'll take it up in the in the Q&A section.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, are you going to be there with us, right?
Yes, ma'am, I'll be there.
All right, thank you so much.
We'll open up for Q&A now.
Okay.
Yeah, you can unmute and ask and put it in the chat box also.
Sure. I think the first question is for Jayanti ma'am, to you, that what attributes any entrepreneur should have, mainly women? What do you think about it? Can you share your views, please, ma'am? Ma'am, you are on mute.
Okay. The first thing what I always say to everybody, do not worry much about society. When you have decided to do the things, please follow that. Don't worry कि मैं रात को अकेले कैसे आऊँ. Do not ask much help, please. That will show you that you are weak. जरूरत ही नहीं है. अगर हम खुद के भरोसे, खुद के लिए, खुद के पैशन के लिए जिस दिन खड़े होना स्टार्ट कर देंगे, उस दिन दुनिया आपको आके पूछेगी कि मैडम वी हैव सम मोर थिंग्स टू डू. एक ही बता दी हूँ, मेरे बेसिक पूरे रेस्टोरेंट में, सो इन पूर्ण ब्रह्म देयर इज अ रूल दैट ऑल एम्प्लॉय व्हेन दे गो होम they have to send a message on the group saying that I reached, and this message is not restricted to only ladies, this is restricted to all of them. Men has to say that okay, I have also reached. Responsibility belongs to everybody. Just because you are a woman, you will not be able to take the burden on your to others. एक्स्ट्रा अड्यू एडवांटेज हम लोग लेडीज को लेने ही नहीं देते हैं. काम अगर लड़का भी कर सकता है तो वही काम लड़की भी कर सकती है. और अगर मैं काम कर सकती हूँ, मैं 9 यार्ड में पूरा टाइम पिछले 9 साल से काम कर रही हूँ. किसी के, सॉरी फॉर द वर्ड्स, किसी के बाप में इतनी अभी तक हिम्मत नहीं है कि मुझे आके रोके, बिकॉज दैट्स माय डिसीजन. यू हैव टू बी वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट योरसेल्फ. पहला साल स्कर्ट से नौवार तक का जो प्रवास था ना, वो ट्रैवल जो था वो बहुत बहुत हेक्टिक था. पब्लिक ने आके बहुत अलग अलग स्टेटमेंट्स भी किए हैं. यहाँ से सुनने का, यहाँ से छोड़ देने का. जो पैशन पकड़ के रखा है उसी को पकड़ के आगे बढ़ो, किसी की ना सुनो. अच्छा ही बर्ताव करना है, कभी गलत बर्ताव करने की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगी. तो अपनी आजू बाजू की पूरी सब सिस्टम अपने लिए अच्छा ही बर्ताव करती जाती है. बिलीव इन द सिस्टम, ट्रस्ट देम, बट यू हैव टू स्टैंड. झुकाने वाले 1000 खड़े हैं, झुकने वाला एक भी बन जाए ना तो सब उसके ऊपर चढ़ जाएंगे। तो झुकने की जरूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि हम सच्चे दिल से सच्चा काम कर रहे हैं। तो आगे बढ़ते रहो, कीप वॉकिंग, डू नॉट स्टॉप, डू नॉट क्राई।
वेरी मोटिवेटिंग। सही बोला मैडम आपने। अभी सबके मेरे तो रोंगटे खड़े हो गए कि आपने अभी बोला तो अभी खड़े हो गए हम लोग शुरू कर दे रहे काम करना कि ये सही है, ये बात है, चाहिए। थैंक यू सो मच मैम। दूसरा एक क्वेश्चन था मैम कि आप जब एम्प्लॉयज को रिटेन करने के, क्योंकि आपके पास इतने बड़े स्टाफ है और स्पेशली कई कई लोग तो सीनियर्स भी होते हैं, तो हमने देखा है कि कई बार ऐसा होता है कि विमेन्स को जब सीनियर मेल काउंटर पार्ट्स के साथ काम करना होता है तो थोड़ा डिफिकल्टी होती है। तो आप किस तरह से उसको हैंडल कर सकते हैं मैम? आप थोड़ा उसके ऊपर एनलाइटिंग करेंगे प्लीज?
Okay, see, when you are talking about culture, you have to understand that from the core. Okay, मैं ट्रेनिंग सेशन का एक एपिसोड आपको बता देती हूँ, तो आपको समझ में आ जाएगा कि हम लोग कैसा कल्टीवेट कर रहे हैं इनके ब्रेन्स को। ट्रेनिंग में बताया जाता है, सिखाया जाता है कि अगर प्रेग्नेंट लेडी पूर्ण ब्रह्म में आ रही है तो उसको गर्म पानी ही देना है बिना पूछे, ये रूल है। ओके, इन्फेंट मदर अगर आ रही है तो उसको अजवाइन का पानी ही जाएगा, ये कल्चर है, ये रिक्वायरमेंट है, ये साइंस है। ओके, तो एक बंदे ने मेरे को पूछ लिया, मैनेजर ने, थोड़ा पूना साइड का था, तो उसने मेरे को पूछ लिया, वो सो यहाँ पे सर मैडम का कल्चर नहीं है, सो दे से भाभी एंड दादा। सो वो वही नहीं, वो 3 महीने का प्रेग्नेंट लेडी आएगा तो कैसे समझेगा? सो आई टोल्ड हिम, बॉस, if husband is opening the door, husband is pulling the chair, husband is calling at least 3 waiters for 3 times different way, understand both of them are pregnant, give both of them hot water. ये जो बेसिक चीज था जिसको आप बहुत बड़ा बना के डिफरेंशिएशन मेंटेन करते हैं, वो करने की जरूरत नहीं है। अगर कोई लेडी पीरियड्स में से जा रही है तो वो थकी है, उसको थोड़ा मदद कर दो, लेकिन ये बात बोलने के लिए ताकत चाहिए। करेक्ट? The culture which is getting ready in Purna Brahma training is about passion. So we select, many ladies comes to me and Arpita asked me, Madam, हम लोग ना सीखे नहीं है, we don't have degrees in hotel management, will you be able to take us? मैं सिंपल इतना बोलती हूँ, मनगट में ताकत है ना, फूड में कुछ करना है ना, that's it, that is enough for me. इधर आके रोने का नहीं, इधर आके वापस जाने को नहीं मिलेगा, काम करना पड़ेगा सुबह से लेके रात तक, थकने का नहीं। अगर थके तो क्रॉसिंग का फिर खड़े हो जाओ। क्रॉसिंग की भी कंपनी चलनी चाहिए ना अर्पिता, पैरासिटामोल की तो कंपनियां चलनी चाहिए। आगे बढ़ो, कंप्लीटली डिवोटेड काम करना है।
ये बहुत सही बोला कि डिवोटेड होते हैं तो भी ये सब कुछ मुमकिन होता है। रियली वेरी नाइस। मैं इवन आई गो टू शर्मिली मैम ऑल्सो कि मैम आप थोड़े से वैल्यू एडिशन, जैसे जैगरी है, जयंती मैम भी पूरा जो ट्रेडिशनल फूड है उसके बारे में बोल रहे हैं, जैगरी भी ऐसा है कि न्यूट्रिशियस फूड है। तो शर्मिली मैम, कैन यू एनलाइटन अस कि व्हाट ऑल वैल्यू एडेड प्रोडक्ट्स डू यू मैन्युफैक्चर, आई मीन डू यू मेक विद द जैगरी ऑल्सो?
Ma'am, actually, we are working with both liquid jaggery and powdered jaggery as well. So we are bringing products in the category of functional foods, where we are mixing some probiotics with this jaggery and bringing that under the functional food section. Also, we are introducing some breakfast items like bread spreads and your tea, coffee with jaggery. And also, we are bringing some immunity boosters with liquid jaggery. So liquid jaggery is, you can say, overlooked sector of this entire jaggery project. So we are kind of organizing that sector as well. I'm working with Jaggery Research Center in Kolhapur to standardize that process right now. I've worked on powdered jaggery and now I've shifted myself to liquid jaggery concept. So that's how, like ma'am said in her presentation, while giving my introduction, like shifting from chemical engineering to food sector. So that is how I'm applying my chemical engineering into standardizing the processes and then products from this standardized processes. So that's how value added products we are bringing now.
Nice, nice.
Ar-
Really looking forward.
Arpita,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, Arpita, yeah, just to say a word for Sharmili, Sharmili is that साखरेपेक्षा गुळ भरी कारण तो हे आरोग्यकारी. We
Right.
also use
Thank
jaggery
you.
in our product line.
Great, great. I would be in touch, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah, surely. We will be happy to have that.
Yes, ma'am.
I Sharmili ji, I really want some message that you would like to give to some startups, because you also just a startup, and some message that would give our importance of R&D, because you do a lot of research and development, and that goes same with even Jayanti ma'am also, that when she said that she has not just used this Gita in Devanagari, but 8,000-year-old. So can you give us some importance, both of you, on R&D, importance of R&D in the startup culture?
So ma'am, just a message for startup. First message is actually you should start working on it. The first message would be, because it's like we keep on thinking this is our idea, whether it will work or not work. So just get into it, the first thing. And research and development, like for startup, the way market development is important, research and development is equally important to be in a market for longer time. Because if you bring any product into the market without any research, then that product won't last longer. I mean, customers will keep complaining about something in that product. So whatever you're spending on your market development, same time and money you should spend on your R&D. And it's not like you need to do it alone. Like as Sir Nilesh sir mentioned in his presentation, like there are many organizations who are giving their technologies and who are doing that research for you. So if you don't want to go for research, you can tie up with such institutes and get your research done, and then only go for the product. So yeah, equally it is important, like developing your market.
Great. Jayanti ma'am, your views on research and development a little bit.
मेरा एक फंडा बहुत क्लियर है अर्पिता, रिसर्च करना है ना तो पहले खुद का रिसर्च करो, फाइट पहले खुद से करनी है, पेन पेपर लेके बैठो, और ये डिजिटल वाला फंडा नहीं चलता है, लिख के निकालो, और वो गोला बनना चाहिए कि जो रिसर्च करने के लिए जरूरी है, सारे इंग्रेडिएंट्स लेके आओ, सारा चीज ऑन प्लेट लेके आओ, और उसके बाद सोचो कि इसमें से क्या कैसे कैसे यूज करना है, इसका क्या हो सकता है, क्या प्लस हो सकता है, क्या माइनस हो सकता है, क्या एडवांटेजेस है, क्या डिसएडवांटेजेस है, बैठ के खुद रिसर्च करो, लोगों के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट मत रहो, लोग 1000 कहानियां सुनाएंगे, तुम अपनी कहानी खुद लिखो.
एब्सोल्युटली मैम, ये बात सही बोला, सर भी चीज को लेके आए. थैंक यू सो मच मैम. आई थिंक Diksha, do we have any other further questions?
We are good. No.
Okay.
Thank you, Jayanti ma'am. Thank you, Mani ma'am.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would request Nilesh sir to welcome chief guest.
Thank you. Thank you both speakers, Jayanti madam as well as Dr. Sharmili. I take this opportunity to welcome, like Prabodh sir said, our mentor and chief guest for today, Shri Pawan Kumar Agarwal ji. He recently retired as the secretary with Government of India in the Ministry of Commerce. Earlier the secretary with Consumer Affairs and Food and Public Distribution. I'm sure most of us who have gathered here today have known him during his time at the FSSAI, where he was the CEO from 2016 to 2020. And a lot of initiatives being done by FSSAI are his brainchild, be it Eat Right Movement, Swasth Bharat Yatra, food fortification, Project Bhog, which is a blissful hygienic offering for God, and many more. He also mentioned about his passion, he called it extracurricular activities, where preserving Indian recipes. So sir has been instrumental in running a lot of these, starting a lot of these initiatives and continuing as part of the FSSAI. He was also earlier served as the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship Planning Commission, now called Niti Aayog. He has also served in the Ministry of HRD, now called Ministry of Education, and the UGC, where he got opportunity to work with a lot of central universities, IITs, and IIMs. And during this period, he developed a lot of expertise in policy and practice of higher education. Sir is also the recipient of the prestigious Fulbright New Century Scholarship at Harvard University and Emory University in the United States in 2005 and 6. He was also a visiting scholar and fellow at ICR New Delhi and the Center for Study of Higher Education and the Australia India Institute in University of Melbourne. He has published on a range of higher education issues. His book, Indian Higher Education, Envisioning the Future, published by the author, the Sage publication in 2009, is an authoritative and well-regarded book on India's higher education system. So with this, I welcome our chief guest today, Shri Pawan Kumar Agarwal ji, and over to you, sir. We look forward to your guidance and your inputs and your vision, especially for the food industry.
Thank you, Dr. Lele. Very good afternoon to friends and colleagues from around the country representing the small and medium enterprises. So first, let me congratulate, this is no mean achievement for any organization that is merely 1 year old to hold a foundation day like this and have a lot of achievements to their credit in just 12 months. And particularly during COVID times. I can't believe that the chamber could organize almost an event every day, 286 events or activities in 365 days. So this is really amazing. I'm definite about it that this chamber will go a long way in filling up this gap that was pointed out by Dr. Halde, that there is no association or chamber that represents the interest of small and medium enterprises, particularly in the food sector. In fact, there is one, which is called the Federation of Indian Small and Medium Enterprises, FISME. That is a federation, I think. And the way federation works and the chamber works, there is a little bit of a difference between the two. And that does not focus on small and medium enterprises in the food and agriculture sector. So I think in that sense, you are unique. And of course, that institution, that federation has been there for now 2.5 decades. And during my tenure in the FSSAI, we did try to reach out to them, and we did not find them to be representative of the Indian small and medium enterprises, so to say. So you are filling a very, very important gap in the ecosystem and long way to go as we move forward. Now, what I'm going to share with you, I personally and very passionately feel that small businesses in the food and agriculture sector in particular, maybe general overall as well, they would be the engine of growth for India's food and agriculture sector. And why I'm saying so, there are 4 specific reasons for it. When we talk about production and processing, I think there is definitely the concept of economies of scale, and many of you are aware of that. When you do things at a scale, there are certain advantages that you have. You are able to do it at much less cost because of the scale economies, etc., etc. But that is now changing. I think there are technologies available where even small quantities or low order value can be produced at competitive prices. So in production and manufacturing technology, there is that advantage that went for big manufacturing facilities is perhaps not there. That is my sense. I'm sure that there are experts present in this room on this call who will have a more in-depth understanding of this. Second is that when you manufacture or process something at scale, there are a lot of costs involved in it. Either you do the production at the consumption center, and consumption center obviously for food and beverages is not concentrated in one area, or you do it at the production center. So if you do it at production center, maybe there are certain advantages of, in terms of logistics. But given that much of the processing now is happening at the consumer centers, so there is, even for big companies, and many of the big companies in the food and beverage businesses, they are marketing companies. They get all their produce made by small and medium enterprises and through an outsourcing model, and then aggregate their produce and then supply it to the local markets. So they may be known to public as large food and beverage companies, but they are essentially a small and medium enterprises. That is the backbone of those large companies in many instances. And I know that HUL, ITC, they get a lot of their stuff done through the small and medium enterprises. So that is one, reason that from a production point of view, the disadvantage that small and medium enterprises earlier had, that no more exists. Second is in terms of marketing. I think in food and beverage businesses, it was extremely important to create a brand. And to create a brand, and that's why many of these companies are marketing companies, you have to spend huge sums of money to create that brand. I think creating a brand today is not all that difficult. It takes a while. I think you heard a story of both Jayanti and Sharmili. They are fascinating stories, how they have been able to create a brand for their produce and brand for themselves. I think Jayanti and Sharmili are brands in themselves. For big companies, they are no individual brands. And today, I think I'm very definite that they will go a very, very long way in promoting both the company that they represent, but also their personal brands, because their grits and determination of these two women is really amazing. So marketing disadvantage that you had to spend big buck on marketing expenditure, that disadvantage is no more there. I think a lot of marketing does happen through social media, through that can be done at less cost, but if done imaginatively. Third is sales and distribution. I think a lot of developments have happened in the country in transportation and logistics space. There are companies like delivery companies, many of the companies in the food and beverages businesses, they're actually logistic companies. They're not even producing anything. So they're just in the business of distribution and sales. So I think again that disadvantage that small and medium enterprises have in terms of reaching to the point of sale is no more there. Obviously, you have to work with partners who are in this business of distribution and retail, and I think this can be done. Obviously, it will take time. It will not happen in a day. So for economies of scale are no more distinctly in favor of large enterprises. Small and medium enterprises can now compete as effectively as large companies in the agri-food businesses. The second reason why I say that the small businesses will be the future of agriculture and food sector in India are the consumer trends. Now, consumer today is looking for minimally processed food. The whole concept of clean labels. So this is now emerging. By its very nature, when big companies are producing food, they basically work towards having long shelf lives. long supply chains, and therefore they add preservatives. And whether we like it or not, I think public consumer in India today is becoming increasingly aware about the problems with many of these preservatives. I'm not saying whether it is right or wrong. And many of the preservatives used by large companies, they are obviously certified as safe additives and preservatives by food authorities, not only in India, but across the world. But public confidence, despite this certification about additives and anything that is added to the food, which is naturally produced, is eroding. And that is a big opportunity for small and medium enterprises, which by its very nature, can produce minimally processed food cost effectively in a disaggregated manner. So that is the second reason why I'm saying that the future lies with the small businesses in agri-food sector. Third is government policy and regulatory ecosystem. Earlier, it used to be extremely difficult for small businesses to navigate the complex regulatory environment that exists. One of our main thrust when I was there at FSSAI was to simplify our regulatory landscape as much as possible so that anyone can use it without going through intermediaries. At the same time, we also created and streamlined the intermediary ecosystem by having food safety mitras, which help small businesses in getting registration and licensing. And that system is still young, but I'm sure it has helped in improving things. There are also lots of businesses that have come up in the recent times that help small businesses, food businesses, in providing labeling solutions, certifications, testing. So all that is an ecosystem on which a small business can thrive on now exists. So that is the third reason why I'm saying that the future lies with the small businesses. Government policy also is supporting it. I'm sure people on this call are aware of a very ambitious scheme of formalization of micro enterprises in food processing sector being implemented by the Ministry of Food Processing Industry and other schemes of the government which favor the small and medium enterprises. And finally, perhaps the most important is the vibrant startup ecosystem. We saw the demonstration of that through two examples in this program here today. And I have seen with a lot of interest the Shark Tank program, and many of you must have definitely seen it. There were 196 startups that were showcased out of 62,000 entries that they received. And I found that nearly half of them were in the agri-food sector. Almost half of them. And another interesting thing that I noticed was that almost half of them, or maybe 2/3 of them, were women entrepreneurs. So I think this augurs well with the startup ecosystem. There is so much of vibrancy in the startup ecosystem. The kind of grit and determination shown by the two ladies here today, that is demonstration of what is happening around the country. And I must congratulate the chamber for initiating this program in Nagpur very, very soon. I'm sure that will just be the beginning, and that will become as popular moving forward as the Shark Tank, which is incidentally an American franchisee. So that is not really homegrown. It is an American franchisee a program that is being run in India, and I'm sure there will be copyright issues as we move forward. But once the idea clicks, I'm sure you can give it a different name and be as successful or more successful than what you are today. So finally, I would say that while small businesses are the future of agri-food sector, they are also good for people's health. They are good for planet's health, and they are also good for prosperity of our farmers and entrepreneurs in this small sector. I think Dr. Halde mentioned about the employment potential of the small and medium enterprise sector. So most of the jobs are created there. So with these, what you are doing for the sector is also good for public health, for environment, for prosperity, for economy. I'm sure that we are on the right path, and I wish the chamber for advancement of small and medium businesses, even though you have not focused squarely on the agriculture and food sector, but given that there is much larger potential in this sector than perhaps other sector, perhaps the chamber would continue to focus on the agri-food sector moving forward and become a force to reckon with as a voice of the small and medium enterprises in the food sector in the country, but also providing economy and employment boost to the nation. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pawan sir, for your encouragement and kind words. Like you said, food industry it has a lot of potential. More than 50% startups showcased on Shark Tank. And in general, also, if you look at government's data, a lot of companies that are started, more than 50% are in this agri and food sector. So we'll definitely work hard and have a special focus to this sector. Does anybody want to say anything or ask any questions, since we have the opportunity to interact with Pawan sir on a one-to-one basis? Sir, maybe some of the other initiatives that we can also do, and like SDGs or sustainability is also something that is close to your heart.
I know what is. I think for the benefit of both Sharmili and Jayanti, so post-retirement, I'm also struggling with a startup. Okay. So it is going back to school, and we created what is called as Food Future Foundation, and have been in touch with Dr. Nilesh Lele, Dr. Halde, and everyone else of opportunities of working together in that space. Only yesterday, we had a meeting with the colleagues from UK and Switzerland on what is referred to as world benchmarking of food businesses. And we thought that benchmarking is being done on the basis of a toolkit that has been developed at a global level. And they have done benchmarking for companies at the global level. In India, Food Future Foundation, in partnership with CII, we took this initiative of doing a similar benchmarking for large food businesses in India. And yesterday I had invited Dr. Lele specifically for that session to enthuse him that let us start doing something for the small and medium enterprises using maybe somewhat a revised version, a locally adapted version of the toolkit that is available for large businesses. And by their very nature, I'm sure that they will score much better than large companies, whether it comes to nutrition or sustainability or livelihoods. On all these three parameters, the small businesses are likely to fare much better than large businesses. So I think this is an offer to the chamber to work together on developing a matrix like this and trying out that concept in India, which can then be replicated elsewhere in the world. And on your engagement with the startups, the Shark Tank program that you're going to have on 14th March, moving forward, this is another area that definitely, I would be very interested in. We tried doing something as a part of our extracurricular activity in FSSAI. And again, that was one initiative that we did not reach any logical conclusion. Because, one must understand that that whatever is not core to FSSAI will get dropped over a period of time. So these are not core functions of the food authority, which essentially is a regulator. So therefore, I was not surprised that some of these ideas we could not reach to fruition, but I'm sure that we can now work on these ideas and take them forward to the next stage. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And we accept your invitation on both those fronts. I remember surveying that ITC FSAN's top floor, that open for incubation center that you had in mind, I believe in 2019 and 20. Definitely, sir. We take that invitation. We can do the incubation center as well as this initiative of benchmarking the SMEs as well. So also to encourage our startups, SMEs, as well as women entrepreneur, also food professional and food students, we have also initiated awards for these. And I would like to call upon Rupa ma'am to run us through the awards, and also request Pawan sir to please felicitate our winners of 3 segments, as well as a food professional and food student. Rupa ma'am?
Yes. So good evening all. Myself Rupa Kanvinde, core committee member of CSMB and editor of Purna Brahma magazine. And I would first thank all dignitaries on this platform to be with us and supporting us always. And now we are going to celebrate most awaited session and climax of today's event, that is Foodpreneurship Awards 2021, on occasion of CSMB's first Foundation Day and International Women's Day. So I would request our today's honorable chief guest, Mr. Pawan Kumar Agrawalji, to felicitate all award winners. I will declare the names of awardees one by one. And as it is virtual program, we just have to feel that felicitation is going on this platform. And after the program is over, we will take photographs of all awardees along with Pawan Kumarji. So let's start with the award ceremony function now. Before that, I want to just introduce our jury members. Shalini, next slide, please. Shalini, yes. So these are our jury members. Dr. Prakash Kondekar sir, he is honorable director IIN Mumbai and advisor of CSMB. Arpita Doshi ma'am, innovator and founder of Nutrition Dynamic Foods LLP. Sanjeev Sharma, Mr. Sanjeev Sharma is R&D professional and author also. Myself, Rupa Kanvinde, advisor CSMB, and Dr. Ritika Joshi, she is assistant professor in chemistry, ICT Jalna. So we'll see now how the evaluation process was done. So Ritika will represent our jury members. Shalini, please.
Good afternoon to one and all. I am delighted to connect with all of you on the first Foundation Day of CSMB and the International Women's Day celebration organized by CSMB. I was very impressed and overwhelmed by the number of entries we received for the Women Entrepreneurship Award. It was a daunting task for us to streamline and choose the winners. Our criteria mainly included novelty in food innovations, the scope of scalability of the business, assessment of customer feedback, total sales, company's milestones, and criteria which makes the enterprise stand out from the crowd. In my opinion, all of you are winners because Many of you and all other entrepreneurs had a challenging time past 2.5 years. Kudos to your confidence, grit, skills, and perseverance that has brought you to establish opportunities in the chaos and finding a way to survive and thrive. I take this opportunity to congratulate all of you for extensively mapping solutions to adjust to the new normal and establishing startups that have already taken a big hit. Certainly, India is witnessing a new wave of entrepreneurship, entrepreneurship. Lastly, I am extremely grateful to CSMB, particularly Mr. Nilesh Lele and Ms. Rupa and the entire team for having faith in me and for giving me an opportunity to give my judgment. Wishing you all the success in times to come. Thank you. Good afternoon to one.
So we will start with MSME award winners declaration. So best MSME 2021 goes to Shantanu Patil, Miluk Foods Private Limited. So congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Yes. Afterwards, all awardees, please be there. We are going to have a photograph with Pawan Kumarji sir and our entire team. So our next winner is, next slide please, Shalini. So our next winner is Best MSME 2021, Prashant Shinde, Proprietor, Retail Assist Private Limited.
Thank you, ma'am.
Our third winner is Best MSME 2021, Ravindra Dekhte, BMH Transmotion. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Best MSME 2021, Dashani, T-Post Private Limited. Congratulations, sir. And one more Best MSME 2021, Kaushal Dongre, Pavak Foods. So all all awardee MSMEs, great, congratulations. So actually we have selected 5 MSME awards, 5 startup awards, 5 women entrepreneurs awards, and 1 outstanding student award and 1 outstanding industry professional award. So our next category is Best Student Startup 2021, Pratibha Nadar, MSc Nutrition and Food Processing. So congratulations, Pratibha.
And Pawan sir, these are all students, huh? They are still students.
They are they actually have startups, but they are student startups because they have background of food science and technology. And after passing out, they have started these startups.
But Rupa madam, some of them are still students, no? 1 or 2 of them are still students?
Yes. Some of them are still students, but they are doing really well. One more Best Student Startup 2029, Suyash Bhandari, MSc in Food and Nutrition and Certified Functional Nutritionist. Congratulations, Suyash.
So Pawan sir, what we are trying to do here is, we realize that only 8% of food companies are started by people from food as a educational background. And to encourage more people from food background to become entrepreneurs is why we have started this award. The whole genesis is to encourage more people with technical knowledge, educational background in food to become entrepreneurs. That's why this category has been introduced, which is called a Best Student Startup. So some of them are current student and some of them are past student, but with a degree in food.
That's a good idea. Very good idea.
Next, Best Student Startup 2021, Mahadev Ghodke. He is BTech Food Technology. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Another Best Student Startup 2021, Archita Kulkarni, certified course in baking science, and her company is situated in Bangalore. Congratulations, Archita.
Thank you so much.
Next, one more student startup 2029, Ratnadeep Sarode. He is a BSc Agriculture. Congratulations, Ratnadeep. Then our next category is Best Woman Foodpreneur 2029. Foodpreneur, the word itself says that they are entrepreneurs in food sector and women entrepreneurs. So as today we are celebrating World International Women's Day, this is the best opportunity to give awards to women foodpreneurs. So the winner is Selva Lakshmi.
Yeah, thank you.
Selva Lakshmi KM. So congratulations.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, I'm from Bangalore.
Yeah. Next woman foodpreneur, Divya Arora, the Divine Taste Private Limited, Kesar. The third one is Leena Joshi, Malini Udyog Gruha. Another woman foodpreneur 2029, Disha Medshinge, Medshinge Food Products. Her company's name is Medshinge Food Products. And they all are from all over India, not only just Maharashtra or like that. They are from all over India. Some of them are from Bangalore, some of them from rural areas also. The next woman foodpreneur, Aradhita Agrawal. She is from Chaika. Congratulations, Aradhita. One more category is outstanding food industry professional. And the winner is Ashutosh Upadhyay. He is professor at NIFTEM. So congratulations, sir. And it's our great honor to give award in the names of CSMB to you.
Congratulations, Professor Upadhyay.
I think he's also in travel. He's in Chennai. He just messaged
Chennai,
me.
okay.
So I'm not sure if he has joined. But
okay.
I guess now the world has become global. I'm also out of town and logged in from a remote location. That's the beauty that I think COVID has taught us to multitask. I know Prabodh sir is right now attending at least 3 events.
And then last and not the least, best outstanding student 2021, Sangram Vandekar, VN MKV College, Parbhani. So congratulations, Sangram, for this great achievement.
Thank you, ma'am.
So I think all awardees' names declaration is over. So we will now go for a photograph.
So heartiest congratulations to all award winners. And I'm sure that you will keep up the same tempo of innovation and hard work, grit and determination as you saw here today from 2 presentations. All the best.
I want to declare one thing, that all awardees will get a certificate and trophy by post or by courier to your address. Okay. Hand it over to you, Trupti madam.
Before, I think it's vote of thanks, no? No?
Yes.
Okay, maybe we can hear from 1 or 2 winners, especially women entrepreneurs, what they do. We would like to know.
Yes, sure, sir.
Yeah, Selva ma'am, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Selva Lakshmi from Bangalore. I run a company called Farms to Families, where we
manufactured 25 varieties of a wellness batter.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I muted off. Yeah.
So I run a company called Farms to Families, where we do 25 varieties of wellness batters, like, high protein, low carb, superfood batters, because the market is flooded only with just 1 or 2 varieties of batters, if you know the brand players. So we started in 2016 by just delivering to just one apartment, and it's been 6 years now, and we cater close to 500 apartments in Bangalore. So we have 70 plus SKU, mostly all ultra fresh categories, batters, and the accompaniment that goes with the batters. Thank you, and thank you for this opportunity. Yeah.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Anybody else?
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Disha Medshinge from Kolhapur. Our company, Medshinge Food Products, we make baby foods from 6 months to 3 years. And we make these products that are non-preservatives, no chemicals, no salt, no sugar, and it's completely organic. We come in 10 flavors, and we are mainly into cereals and grains like makhana, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds. So we're not fortifying it with anything. The normal grains and pulses have been roasted and made fragrant so that the baby, we ensure that the baby has a weight gain plus immunity boosting happens for them, along with good taste and good development in all the babies. And we really hope that we come up with more healthy products like non-preservative cookies and energy powders, protein powders that the kids can have with milk. So that is our vision, to provide the healthy food stuff for all the toddlers and all the kids henceforth.
Excellent, excellent. I think Pawan did mention about clean labels. So that is the future. Great. Anybody else? Maybe one last before we close. Okay. So Pawan sir, with your permission, we can close the session. And Pawan sir, you're on mute.
So I'm saying that thank you very much. It has been a pleasure to be part of this event, and congratulations once again. All the best.
Thank you. So,
Sir, we will have one photograph, please.
Yeah, we'll have a picture. Shalini, can you please stop sharing?
So all awardees, please
on up your camera. Thank you.
So, Trupti ma'am, I think over to you for vote of thanks.
It is my privilege to have been asked to propose the vote of thanks on today's occasion. I'm really thankful to CASMB for giving me a chance to deliver the vote of thanks speech to such an honorable audience. First of all, I'm thankful to God for giving us the courage on this new journey of CASMB, and may God help us and give us more power and courage to move further on the road to success. I would like to thank our honorable chief guest, Mr. Pawan Kumar Agarwal, for his valuable presence. Once again, thanks a lot for taking your precious time out of the busy schedule. I further express my gratitude to our honorable speakers, Dr. Prabodh Halde, advisory member of CASMB, Ms. Jayanti Kathale, CEO Purna Brahma Restaurants, Ms. Dr. Sharmili Mane, CEO Pure Me Organics. I would also be like to thank our honorable judges, Dr. Prakash Kondekar, Mr. Sanjeev Sharma, Dr. Ritika, Ms. Arpita Joshi, and Ms. Rupa Kanwende. I would like to place my hearty thanks to Mr. Nilesh Lele, President CASMB, for a great leadership, to all the people and the team who also worked in the background. All the participants have made today's event even more graceful, and such an event was not possible without their keen efforts. We will try our best to do more, and thanks a lot for appreciating us. I will end my speech here. Once again, thanks to all the people for their precious presence. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pawan sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.